Welcome aboard, Scout. I was just giving it a couple of minutes here before trying to give everyone a chance to jump on board. And as always, yes, Scout, you are first. Thank you. All right. Thank you, love. So, how about them baked potatoes? Weren't they awesome? Yeah, I got this. I just giving it a couple minutes, see if we're gonna get some more people on board. I got all my stuff lined up right here. Everything's ready to rock and roll. I was just reminding my clan that YouTube streams are a thing, and so is Twitch. I've had a couple of them drop in the past, so why not? I'm also harassing Travmo a little bit. Keeps telling me that, oh, I'm gonna watch, I'm gonna watch, I'm gonna watch. So I just sent him a whole bunch of messages in a row saying, what time is it? Where you at? Etc. 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 Anyway, fun times, fun times, fun times. So see, we have Scout. We got anybody else out there today? Let's refresh that screen. Oh, we do. Got. We have a Scout and who? I'm thinking Snoop T. Hi, I can see you. Oh, whoever it was left. You're the only one, Scout. Huh. So yeah, I went ahead and set us up tonight with the Mikasa and the Musashi, and I figured, you know what, we're doing the Imperial Japanese Navy. Why not go to the Dragon Port? Here we have a beautiful Japanese dragon that Wargaming had put together a while back for, I believe, the Japanese New Year celebration. See, it goes all the way around where the water opens up into the ocean. Very cool. Very, very cool. All right. So, very cool looking port. Glad they did that. Onto the Mikasa. And I also see not showing up on YouTube. What's not showing up on? Are we not showing on YouTube? It's I'm looking at it on YouTube. Got YouTube and Twitch both pulled up right now. Yeah, it's saying it says it says that I'm on. Oh, that's weird. Hang on one second. We're having some technical difficulties. Like, yeah, it says we are up and running on YouTube. Let's see. New subscriber, Trevmo. Welcome aboard, Travmo. Are you seeing us over there, or oh, is it back on now, Scout? There may be some lag. All right, thank you. Yeah, there might be a little bit of lag because I noticed when I move on the screen, what you guys are seeing on Twitch is about 3 seconds, 4 seconds late, and then YouTube is about 5, 6 seconds late. So there's a little bit of lag. All right, so here we go. Welcome aboard, and we are going to be talking about the Mikasa and the Musashi, both Japanese warships, one from Russo-Japanese War era, and the other one from World War II. So kind of a little bit of old and new. What you're seeing on the screen now, this is the Mikasa. The Mikasa was commissioned March 1st, 1902, at a displacement of 15,140 tons. She was around 432 feet long, with a beam of approximately 76 feet and a draft of 27. So let's get the Mikasa underway, and we'll talk more about her as we go out and fight the ship. Oh, they changed it. So Travis, how you been doing with this quarantine? Scout says, hey Trav. You want to fish? Well, come out here. We've got fish right down the road. So in game, the Mikasa tier 2, so it's a little slower than what you guys are going to be used to seeing us do, especially compared to the destroyers we did a couple of weeks ago. But in real life, she had 25 boilers that were coal-fired. They gave her 15,000 shaft horsepower. That was connected to 2 shafts with 2 triple expansion steam engines. Came out at about 18 knots. Travis says, hey Scout. Okay, so here we are on Polar Map. Now, no pressure, they only put us at the top. What are we against? Albany.
Good luck and fair seas. Acknowledged.
So we're just going to go ahead and try to follow with everyone. Looks like everyone's going to go starboard. I think I'll do the same. Interesting little fact, the Mikasa, while she is a Japanese warship, was actually not built by the Japanese. She was built by Vickers out of England. Sorry, I forgot my train of thought there for a second. So she's technically British and Japanese. Technically. Feel around here. Yeah, bye-bye, you're toast. But it wasn't me. So, when she was commissioned, the Kasha, had two twin-mount 12-inch primary guns. It's the guns that you're firing in the game here, those two nice turrets right there. They do have quite a bit of accuracy, believe it or not. Especially when someone knows how to use them. Everybody is staying out of my range. That is not helping.
Requesting support. Torpedoes to starboard.
Where on earth from? She also had 14 single 6-inch gun mounts in barbette or casements down the side. 20 single 3-inch guns. 6 47 millimeter guns.
All stations, concentrate fire.
Ooh, got him. Those were 3-pounder guns, and then she had 6 2.5-pounder 47 millimeter guns as well. And then she had 4 18-inch torpedo tubes. Located on her broadsides.
Enemy destroyer sighted. Torpedoes dead ahead.
Those are going to be of little consequence to me.
Support the allied target. Attention, all forces defend the base. Thank you.
Ugh, range is just too much. Can't get a decent shot. Let's see if we can get a better shot if we look around. And yeah, torpedoes coming in on starboard, so we're just gonna go ahead and deal with these guys up here first. That is how you dodge a torpedo. And I just can't hit nothing tonight. That problem child is done. And
Affirmative.
well, we just aren't hitting anything. These things are lower tier ships. You would think they would actually be easier to play, but they're really not that much easier to play, especially when you get used to high tier ships. And
Torpedoes direct front.
things don't necessarily line up like they normally do. Anyhow, so while we come about to go after more targets, which are down here in the corner,
Good show.
we will talk some more about the Mikasa's history, as well as some little data stuff that I know off the top of my head. Um,
Retreat now. Get back. All
the
stations capture the
Mikasa
base.
served in the Russo-Japanese War, game, set, match, and she was the flagship for the Japanese Navy during said campaign. Uh, she saw extensive use during the Russo-Japanese War, but she had really limited success due to the fact of she was kind of new. She was based off the British Formidable class dreadnought, pre-dreadnought battleship, but at the time the Japanese Navy, they were still kind of coming into their own a little bit. So, but she did a good job. They did what they could with her. She's not a bad looking ship. She also saw action in the Russian Civil War, when the Japanese did a intervention into Siberia. She was actually sent to support that intervention um, and help them along. After the Russo-Japanese War, she was at her moorings in 1905, and she had a magazine fire. And unfortunately, this caused the ship to sink at her moorings. And they were able to obviously refloat the ship and repair it. And when they repaired it, if memory serves, they got rid of the torpedo tubes because they were found to be less than useful. And then they also changed a few other minor cosmetic things. Upgraded a couple of minor systems. She was decommissioned in 1923. And under the Washington Naval Treaty, it was to be that she was actually supposed to be scrapped, not just decommissioned, but completely scrapped. But the Japanese government actually fought for her. They got the other signatories of the Washington Naval Treaty to sign off to allow them to keep it as a memorial. So her hull, she was taken to Yokosuka, Japan, where her hull was encased in concrete. Where she took over the role of a memorial museum in 1926. good to hear, Scout. Tell him the same from me. Tell him to log in and watch the stream. Maybe he might find it interesting. Alright, so we are going to go straight ahead. We might go to the starboard side of this island up here and possibly try to flank around. So, for those of you who don't know, Travmo over here actually does do a little bit of YouTubing as well. And Travis, when are you going to have something come out for us? Soon, I hope. Son, you don't want to pick that fight. This guy's actually going to pick this fight. Okay. Your funeral, bud. Scout says she likes your GTA videos there, Travis. I see. Well, maybe you'll get it worked out and you can get some stuff up for us. Oh! Well played. Well played. Not see that coming. Oh, Scout, I think you could do it if you really wanted to. Uh, I think you could do it. In fact, I would even get everything set up so that you could. At any rate. So we're going to drop out of this one and finish up the last little bit of history that I have for the Mikasa, because Mikasa wasn't around very long and she really didn't serve in the big wars, so she didn't really do a lot. But there is all kinds of cool stuff. So, in 1926, she's when she became a memorial. And Following the surrender of Japan in 1945, the ship had deteriorated significantly, just due to a lack of taking care of it. And a businessman by the name of John Rubin sent a letter to the Japan Times about the state of the ship, and that sparked a reinterest in fixing everything up. And one of the key individuals in fixing Mikasa back up was Admiral Nimitz himself. The battleship reopened in 1961 as a museum, restored. And in fact, in August of 2009, sailors from the USS Nimitz actually went and repainted the Mikasa, which is really cool. Mikasa stands as it is right now as the last remaining example of a pre-dreadnought battleship. She is the only one in the world. Little notes that I picked up along the way doing the research here. There are still sections of the ship that have the original teak wood decking, which would be well over 100 years old at this point, and has been preserved and has survived all that time. Also, a lot of the furniture in the cabins and staterooms and stuff for like the officers and whatnot is all the original mahogany furniture, along with the original china and silver that the ship had when it was commissioned, is still intact and still in the cabinets. So here you see the Musashi. Musashi was the sister Yamato class, Yamato battleship, and there was actually a total of 4 ships planned. Yamato being one, of course, and Musashi being one, and there were 2 others, one of which was never completed. In fact, it was scrapped while it was still under construction. They stopped construction and scrapped it. And the other one was turned into an aircraft carrier. Roger that, Scout. So the Musashi, what you see here, this is actually her original weapons layout. She was changed in 1945, I believe. 44. With a different layout that I will explain when we get to that point. Here. So a little note for you before I get into all the technical specifications. These guns right here. That is a 6-inch gun. 6-inch triple mount secondary gun. Now that is a secondary gun for this ship. These guns are the exact same type as what was used on the Mogami class cruisers as their primary guns. So that should give you an idea of just how much size difference there are in the ships between the Mogami and the Musashi and Yamato. Very, very big difference in size. In fact, I think I have a Mogami class. No, I have Miyoko class. Miyoko's had the same guns though. It didn't. Yes. So, Musashi, commissioned in 1942, she had a crew of 2,500 she commissioned. She displaced 65,000 tons standard loadout, and with a full combat load, almost 73,000 tons. She was 862 feet 10 inches long, had a beam of 121 foot, a draft of 35. Now, unlike our warships at the time, the Musashi and Yamato were not intended to transit the Panama Canal. So they were not limited in size based on their ability to transit the canal. So they were able to be significantly wider, which made for a much more stable gun platform. So just kind of a little interesting note there. The 18-inch guns, which we'll talk about here in a minute, is what necessitated a beam that wide. We're going to sail up starboard side of C. We're going to swing these big guns around. Point them off to the west. Wait for some targets of opportunity.
Let's give them a hard time. I owe you one.
And while we are getting up to speed, we'll open it up to some questions about the Mikasa, and we haven't covered much on the Musashi yet, so hold off on those questions for a little bit until I go over everything. But if you have any questions about the Mikasa, or comments or anything like that, and this would be a perfect time to chime in with those questions or chime in with those comments and let me know. Have a stream idea. You know what? I've got one too. Maybe we'll compare notes. Oh, we have a victim. Couple of victims. And he's going way too slow for. Thought he was going faster. I don't know if you guys can hear. Absolutely love this. When these guns go off on the Musashi, they actually sound completely different than the guns on the Iowa or any of them. They have a much deeper sound to them, and it's really neat.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, that finds its mark. That found its mark. And so did that.
Enemy cruiser sunk.
What's inside a A-gang locker? I'm going to assume that this is some kind of joke your dad sent you, so I'll bite. You tell me what's inside a A-gang locker. Keep it clean. Oh, for a stream idea. Huh. Yeah, we will have to talk. Alright, we are getting beat up pretty bad. Locate. South just a bit. Get rid of this focus fire. And recover some hit points. Kind of one of those moments where it's like, yeah, where's the rest of my team at? Because I am getting slaughtered. Good hit. Ooh! Now that made a dent. I didn't get the kill, but that was worth it. I bet you that guy was sitting there screaming his head off. Alright, George, where are you going? Oh, come on now. Shoot somebody else. Come on, give me a break.
All stations, concentrate fire on the target. The ship is on fire.
Looks like they're going to do everything they can to get rid of us again. Yep, we're done.
The ship is on fire.
I'll never get the fire out. See if I get the shot off. I think I did. Nope, did not. Alright. So, Musashi. Musashi had 12 boilers, making approximately 150,000 shaft horse, running 4 steam turbines, and had a top speed of about 27 knots. So, Travis, are you still with us, or did you duck out on me? While we're waiting for the Musashi to come back, we're going to just take the Mikasa back out. We're going to get the Mikasa back underway while we're waiting on the Musashi to get out of battle. So, how are your little ones doing there, Trav? Are they going nuts with this quarantine, or are they keeping you on your toes? Oklahoma in serious quarantine. Oh, it doesn't normally take this long to get into a battle. Let's try something else. Let's I'm sure she does by this point. So we're gonna, while we're waiting for Sashi to get back from her fight, we're gonna take the Cleveland out. Let's go have a little bit of fun. Go figure, the Musashi's back. Okay, go back to the Musashi. Ooh, we have a campaign finished. Got was this campaign here was unlock task. Sure. We'll accept that. So I've got us some containers too. Let's go. Ooh. Now we have us a bad advice container. And we're gonna go for some resources with our regular container. And we have more bad advice. Those of you who aren't familiar with bad advice, that's a World of Warships thing. Kind of, I guess you could say, what not to do in some cases. It's also it's quite entertaining. Cap and Fish get into a lot of interesting trouble. So here we are back at the Musashi. And we're going to go into the guns just a bit here. We're going to start with the 9 massive 18-inch guns. The 18-inch guns were the largest guns ever fielded on warships. Musashi and the Yamato both had them. And put back. She had 9 of these, 6 forward and 2 turrets, aft and 1 turret. For secondary armament, had the we had 2 different secondary showing us here. Okay, there's the 6-inch. They've got them backwards here. The 6-inch guns located here, as well as here. These are the ones that were replaced later on with anti-aircraft gun. And then of course one on the other side, so matched starboard side. We also had a total of 6 5-inch dual-purpose guns, which is what you're seeing here. There. On the other side, let's see if we can mount them. See them. There you go, you can see them all. There, right there. These were dual purpose guns because they could actually fire anti-aircraft as well as at other ships. Interesting side note about anti-aircraft guns. If at enough range, the Musashi and the Yamato both could use their 18-inch primary guns as anti-aircraft guns. They actually did have rounds for them that were kind of like firing a massive shotgun into the sky. But due to elevation limitations, they were good only at extreme range.
Good luck, everyone.
So here we go. We're actually going to go
Good luck and fair seas.
A. Because going up the middle, especially in a ship this big, is a death trap.
Capture that area. Teammate, I need your support. Teammate, I need your support.
So here we have a St. Louis running around
I need your support.
with the sci-fi camo.
Capture that area.
Kind of funny. I actually do have that camo. I use it on the Ultimar. Buy so many BBs. Cause America. Alright.
All stations, proceed to
And I didn't notice that till now. Wow. Yeah, this is a destroyer and battleship soup. Stirred with a cruiser. This is going to be a long, potentially long fight. Poor cruiser. I kind of feel bad for him. And not really. I'm over it. He did probably the smartest thing he could do, and that was run.
All stations, reporting the position of a strategic target.
Okay, we got the Jean Bart, Georgia. We're gonna pick on the Georgia, see where that gets us. Probably gonna get us sunk, but right anyway. Those shots came from the cruiser. Load before he gets past that mountain. Maybe good hits. Maybe a good hit.
Concentrate fire on the designated
Oh yeah, lots of good hits. Oh geez. Yeah. Really didn't order the torpedo soup, but seeing as how they want to serve it. Ouch.
All stations, concentrate fire on the target.
I know that was overkill for... Alright. So the Musashi was assigned to the combined fleet and was actually commanded by Yamamoto himself. One of her first duties was to go to Truck and relieve the Yamato as the flagship. Sadly, during that time, let's see. During that time, Admiral Yamamoto left the ship to go to Rabaul to go oversee the offensive in the Solomon Islands. However, that's when his flight itinerary had been decoded and his aircraft was shot down. His ashes were taken back to the Musashi. They were taken by the Musashi to a formal state funeral on Cure. Cure is that's in. Spent most of her wartime service in the Truck Lagoon, acting as a flagship for the combined fleet. On March 1944, she was actually hit by a torpedo from the USS Toonie after she had been used to deliver troops. It actually caused a 19-foot hole in the bow, and she had to return to port for repairs. 19 feet. That's quite a hole. So we're on the Cleveland at the moment. We're just waiting on the Musashi to get out of battle. So we figured we'd go out and sail around with the Cleveland a bit. Head up toward C and go to the east side of C. So the Cleveland here, this happens to just be one of my favorite ships. I love taking this ship out when I've got the ability to do so. Just even if it's just to have a little bit of fun.
Aircraft gun crews are on full alert.
Really good at dealing with enemy aircraft, as you're about to see. And she is no slouch when it comes to dealing with enemy vessels. Come on, bro. I knew you had torpedoes. I love those ships.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
Enemy cruiser foundered.
Now that's interesting. Okay. We're gonna go back to the port. Let's see if the Musashi is back yet. Yes, she is. So while she was in port being repaired from her 19-inch torpedo explosion, 18-foot, they replaced the two wing turrets they showed you earlier, right? Those guys. They were replaced with three triple 25 millimeter guns. Total of 21 triple 25 millimeter mounts and single mounts were added at the same time, giving the ship a light AA armament that numbered 130 25 millimeter guns. I've actually seen diagrams of this entire area down along here. That's your 25 millimeter gun right there. So that entire area of the ship was basically porcupined with these, just all over the place. There was a lot of them down here on the deck. So I'll zoom back out. I also had a couple of the covered style like these that I remember seeing in the diagram. And basically they just covered that entire area. But it's really crazy how many guns they put on that deck. Musashi did participate in the Battle of the Philippine Sea, but she was actually not attacked directly. She damaged during Battle of the. Got us in the middle again. At least there's a variety of ships this time. Not all destroyers and battleships.
Battle starts.
So we're going to go between B and C. Try to come around this island. We'll get singled out. Well, variety to an extent, Scout. They were actually all the same caliber, so mainly just a whole lot of lead in the sky from different designs of gun mounts. Awful long shot. Let's see if we actually hit it. We did. 22 kilometers. And he hit us in return. Nice to know we could share that.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
Alright. Let's see. Really don't have a shot on anyone. Might be the first one though. No. He's hiding. I'm not going to turn my entire...
Requesting assistance.
There's that focus fire thing again. Everybody wants to shoot the big battleship. need to get up here and shoot stuff. Continue to fire on the turrets here from time. If it survives. Oh. Alright, so we're gonna cut to starboard here. Guns around, and we're gonna go the other way. See the Azuma over there just patiently waiting for us. It's very polite of them to be so patient and wait for us to come up there so they can shoot at us.
All stations, concentrate fire on the target. Roger. Acknowledged. Good show. The ship is on fire. Enemy battleship detected. Enemy destroyer detected. Enemy cruiser detected. Taking on water quickly. Critical engine damage.
Hmm. Well then. So, back to port. So the last part of the Musashi story that we have is the Battle of Leyte Gulf. And I saved this spot, this battle, till now, because there was actually a lot that happened to the ship during the Battle of Leyte, being that is where she sank. So, the Battle of Leyte Gulf. Musashi was spotted transiting the Cebu Sea on October 24th, 1944. She was spotted by a reconnaissance aircraft from the USS Intrepid. This would actually spell the demise of Musashi. At 10:27 a.m., just over 2 hours after it was spotted, Musashi was attacked by 8 Curtiss Helldivers and a Avenger torpedo plane, all from Intrepid. That was just the first wave. An hour and a half later, another 8 Helldivers and 9 Avengers from the Intrepid attacked as well. At 13:31 hours, she was attacked by 29 aircraft from the fleet carriers Essex and Lexington. 2 hours after that, 9 Helldivers from the Enterprise attacked. At 15:25, Musashi was attacked by another 37 aircraft from Intrepid, Franklin, and the light carrier Cabot. It is estimated that the Musashi was struck a total of 19 times by torpedoes and 17 times by bombs. Despite the valiant efforts of her crew, at 1936 hours, she was abandoned and sank. She took 1,023 of her crew and her captain with her when she sank. We're going to jump over here to our collection real quick. So this is bad advice behind the scenes. Interesting. And doing that, the Musashi came home with a victory this So, any questions about the Musashi, the Mikasa? Comments on the stream tonight? we're gonna go back underway. We're gonna go have some more fun sinking ships, talking about ships.
Action stations.
Good luck, everyone. Affirmative. Many thanks.
Looks like the Zumo. Us up here. C. Along with Zara, which is enough to tell me that I do not need into C right off the bat. It's like I knew there was this little pesky destroyer down here. Shooting at other than me. No, it's a cruiser running away.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
There's the Izumo. Here, hold on to these for me. Ah. My zoom to work. Ugh. Really? Got his attention.
Roger. Enemy cruiser detected. Roger.
Let's see. If I were a ship that wanted to hide and not get shot at, I would sit right there. Missed.
Ship is on fire.
Huh. Okay. Miyoko is over here hiding behind an island. You're not doing anything.
Enemy destroyer detected. The ship is on fire. Enemy cruiser detected. Get back!
Alright, so we're going to take the long way around. Give us some time to recover some HP.
Problem solved, sir.
Everybody's way out of range. But that's so. We're going to head back down this way and see if we can't pick up some targets of opportunity or something.
Enemy battleship detected.
Eventually, I will hit that ship.
Enemy destroyer detected.
Hit him. Didn't do anything, but I hit him.
Enemy battleship detected. Enemy cruiser detected.
We're gonna plug away at this guy for a little bit, see if we have any better luck.
Ship is on fire.
No, we're gonna get picked off by focus fire instead.
Problem solved, sir.
Oh, geez. That was fun. So, next week. Thinking. Done the Graf's Bay. Done the Destroyers. Done the Musashi. We've done the Mikasa. We did the Takeo and the Yokos. What do y'all think? I'm thinking maybe a Frenchman. Perhaps maybe an Italian. You have a couple of Englishmen haven't talked about yet. And we have a Musashi back from battle. Ta-da! What'd you guys think of the history of the Musashi? Think A lot of people have speculated what would have happened if the Musashi or the Yamato would have ever actually met the Iowa class.
Let's give them a hard time.
Many experts think that it would have come down to weather conditions. The Yamatos had better daytime targeting and longer range with heavier caliber guns, of course. But lacked the ability to fight in foul weather or night effectively. Ship. I've seen that one.
Enemy cruiser detected. Enemy battleship detected. The ship is on fire. Enemy destroyer sighted. Main turret critical turret.
Alright, well, I see our team has once again decided not to join us on the field of battle.
Water airborne. The ship is on fire. Destroyer sighted. Enemy battleship sighted.
Never heard of the battleship Ohio. I have to go look that up.
Sighted. Battleship sighted. Enemy cruiser sighted.
Holy cow, what is that? Is that a Minotaur?
Pulling below the waterline. We're flooding quickly.
So, Battleship Ohio, huh? Don't remember ever seeing a ship named Io. Oh, that's kind of neat. You can actually get the HMS Dreadnought. Not showing it here. Yeah, I know, Scout. Gotta get a team that works. Now I'm trying to track down where they come up with this Ohio from because I can't find it anywhere. Yeah, that's a pretty cool trick. I'm gonna have to really research that. Now, considering that it was up in a Tier 9 fight, it wouldn't be a World War I ship. Have to be late World War II for it to be up in a Tier 9 battle. But I can't find it in any of the shops, stores, or anything else, so I'm wondering where they got it from. Anyway. So, we're gonna go back out with the Mikasa one last time. I think we're gonna wrap the stream up after that. Had a good stream tonight. Had a little bit of good information. Hopefully, next week will be the same, if not a little bit better. Not sure what I'm going to do yet next week. I'm going to have to just sit down and give it some thought. Come up with a good one, though. I was fixing to jump all over that St. Louis. And then realized I'm on the Mikasa, not the Musashi, and that he's out of range. At 13 kilometers, he's out of range. Oops. Oh, here we go. These work.
Set a smoke screen. Enemy destroyer detected.
Awful lot of torpedoes right there. Alright.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
Keep harassing this cruiser. See if we can't make his life miserable. Or not, he's gonna turn and go the other way. Of course. There's this thing.
Enemy battleship detected. Enemy cruiser sighted.
So you'll try right there. Not too soon.
Critical engine damage. Enemy cruiser detected.
That's what you get.
Enemy destroyer sighted.
You know, this ship originally had torpedoes. I wish they would have kept them on it for ships. That would... I don't know, I may have pushed it over its tier, though. May have been a little too OP. is an interesting layout for a ship. Sure. Definitely has a lot more firepower than I do.
Problem solved, sir.
Are you for real?
Torpedoes, dead ahead.
Oh, that made a dent. That's nice. Little support from the teammates.
In the lead.
Ouch.
Critical engine damage.
Yeah, we're done. Wow. Yeah. What it is. I was horribly outgunned. That's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap us up for tonight. Puts us at the end of the stream. I had a good time tonight. Had good conversation. I see that. Welcome aboard. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do next week, but I'm gonna try to make it a good one. Maybe we'll do something with some cruisers. Maybe. We'll see. You'll have to tune in next week and find out. Meantime, ladies and gentlemen, it's Locksmith2K saying fair winds following seas. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button. Come sail with us, worldofwarships.com. And if all else fails, we'll see you here next week and do some more history and sink some more ships. Locksmith2K saying good night.